Hey folks, this is Gabe at Security.org here with another review for you today, and today it's a VPN review. We're looking at VPN Unlimited from KeepSolid. Now, VPN Unlimited is going to be broken down. We're going to give you all the details, and of course, if you'd like to see a comprehensive written review, you can head over to our site, Security.org. So let's go ahead and dive in. So let's kick off today's look at VPN Unlimited, going over what we liked and maybe what we didn't like so much, but beginning with what we liked. Well, we liked the speeds, especially when it came to iMac. We got solid speeds with the iMac, so that was fortuitous, if you will. But on top of that, it works with just devices in general and OSs in general. Maybe you're a Linux person, maybe you're on Android, maybe you're on Windows, maybe you're on Mac, maybe you're on iOS. Well, maybe you want to be able to do all of that. Well, you can with VPN Unlimited. And there's another solution that we particularly liked from within the application, and that's for those who would like dedicated service for certain activities. They had P2P streaming service. If you really need that Amazon Prime movie, that is accessible with VPN Unlimited. So what didn't we like about VPN Unlimited? Well, KeepSolid kind of keeps a lot. They kept the amount of data and gigabytes that you use. It keeps, your time zone, country, IP address, just a little bit too much for us when it comes to their privacy policy, or rather, the fact that they're keeping a lot of it not so private. So all right, let's talk about what VPN Unlimited and VPNs in general are bringing to the table. Now, VPNs allow you to mask your identity, your location. You can be on a device, you can be online, and it can be like, Gabe's not in Brooklyn, New York. Gabe today is in Calcutta. Gabe today is in Kobe. Gabe today is in London. So that is kind of what VPNs are doing for us. Now with VPN Unlimited, you can do that on a number of devices at the same time. So you're looking at simultaneous connections from 5 to 10, depending on your subscription. So I can be on my iPhone and my iPad and my MacBook, any number of devices, depending on subscription. And then you also have the ability to be in a number of places. We're talking over 500 servers in over 80 locations. With these over 500 servers, VPN Unlimited makes it really easy for you to actually take advantage of that in a bigger way. For example, not only do I have, the ability to pick my favorite servers and have a list of my favorite servers I like to go to, I like to be in Vietnam this week and the Czech that week. I can also go directly into its most optimal server. So it's gonna be the fastest server I happen to be located in the moment. So if I'm in Brooklyn right now, okay, that's great. But maybe I'm in Los Angeles, that's gonna put me in the most optimal place for where I am when I'm in Los Angeles. But that's not even the best part. It's actually gonna help you reach your objectives for using the VPN. Maybe I'm really into P2P. Well, it's gonna say, tap in, toggle on, and actually move directly into this P2P dedicated server. Or I can decide, I really need to watch some Netflix. Well, there are going to be streaming servers available for you in VPN Unlimited on your iPhone, on your Mac, so you don't miss any of Queen's Gambit. So VPN Unlimited also gives you a lot of options when it comes to protocols. Now, it can just choose the optimal protocol for you in any space that you happen to be in, or you can decide for yourself. Now, it has WireGuard, the classic, the solid, everyone loves WireGuard. You have IKEv2, you have OpenVPN, but you also have 2 proprietary protocols created by KeepSolid. In fact, they're called KeepSolid UDP, KeepSolid TCP available. So you have 5 separate protocols that you can engage with when you're on the internet. Now, one fun thing about VPN Unlimited is they have something called the DNS firewall. So the name saver firewall, which is really important because you might get deep into a rabbit hole and you need to protect yourself from some of these malicious websites and other elements on the internet that, aren't really there to help you and your computer and your entire online experience. So you can toggle on that DNS firewall and it's going to add that much more protection to your online experience. Now that we've talked about some of the features with VPN Unlimited, let's just talk about its performance. And by that, I mean speed. Now, we're going to test the speeds with iPhone and an iMac on the East and West Coast, respectively. And remember that speed is highly variable. It's going to depend on where you happen to be, your internet provider, and tons of other elements that I figure we can't even factor at this time. So let's go ahead and dive in and check out the speeds that we received. Now, beginning with our iPhone, we had a control speed that day of 140 megabytes per second download and 68 megabytes per second upload. Now, that control means that this is without VPN Unlimited toggled on. Now, when it came to toggling it on and deciding to be in Brazil, we got speeds of 42 megabytes per second download and 51 megabytes per second upload. For France, we got 46 megabytes per second download and 23 megabytes per second upload. For Madrid, we got 41 megabytes per second download and 40 megabytes per second upload. And for Japan, we got 67 megabytes per second download and 27 megabytes per second upload. Now, looking at the iMac, we were able to get a control speed that day of 243 megabytes per second. So with no VPN attached, getting pretty quick. And then we had a 22 megabytes per second upload. So pretty solid division there in this regard. Now, when we jumped into our most optimal VPN upload or download speed, it was still within the United States, but it was not this West Coast address. And we had 220 megabytes per second download and 17 megabytes per second upload. So virtually the same on iMac, and 217 megabytes per second download and 21 megabytes per second upload when we were in Brussels. So once again, virtually unchanged when it comes to our control speed. And finally, we did see a bit of variation when we went to Germany, where we had 82 megabytes per second download and 18 megabytes per second upload. So as you can see from our performance test, we got pretty solid speeds with VPN Unlimited. Things were looking good. And if you note, with the iMac, there was virtually no difference between that control test with no VPN toggled on and our test with the VPN actually engaged. I mean, just virtually unchanged speeds. Of course, not completely across the board, but generally speaking, VPN Unlimited was really fast for us in our iMac test. Let's briefly shift gears for a moment and talk about the plan options with VPN Unlimited. Now, they of course offer your monthly option. They offer an annual option. They even offer a lifetime option when it comes to a plan. They even offer bundles because of course, VPNs are just one part of the puzzle. You want to of course have something like a password manager, and they have that. They have Passwarden. So if you'd like to get a full breakdown on all the plan options and bundling options with VPN Unlimited, head on over to Security.org. All right, so we've talked a lot about features and plans, but let's go ahead and dive in and see what the day-to-day experience is going to be like with VPN Unlimited. So here we are checking out the mobile application for KeepSolid's VPN Unlimited. Now, you'll note my real IP is right at the top. I'm going to go ahead and blur that out, but I can just go ahead and dive into Tokyo, Japan at the tap of a button. So I hit start, see it's connecting, and then I really like this visualization it gives you of going across the Atlantic Ocean, over Europe, over to the island nation of Japan, giving me a virtual IP, pretty solid element there. Now, if I wanted to change to another spot, I can do so. Now, you note it has recommended to the right, which we're currently in, and that's going to tell me what the workload of those current VPNs are. It's going to also let me know some recommended streaming elements, or I can just go into all to the left, and now you'll see you get everything available, first delivered by country. So we started Australia, to Austria, to Chile, to Costa Rica, to Germany, all the way down. And then you actually start to see some of those streaming options available, like, BBC, you even have what's going on in Italy, things of that nature. So a lot of flexibility. But let's go ahead and dive into another spot. Let's go to Mexico. Has a pretty small workload right now, which is 17%. And now I'm connected to Mexico City. They used to call it DF, now they call it Ciudad de Mexico. Now, going from Mexico over, I can jump into one of my favorite spots in Paris, France. And it just connects, gives me another visualization of where I'm going. And now I am masking my location. Now my location is in Paris. Now, if you note at the top, you get some ideas of what your plan is, where you currently are in terms of your plan and protection. You have some of the mono defense elements. Remember that KeepSolid does offer more than just a VPN. And into the upper left, you can actually go tap into my account and look into settings. And the very top setting are your various protocols. Now, what's interesting about VPN Unlimited is it tells you that once you have optimal situated, it's going to just enable basically the protocol that best suits what they call your current conditions. Now, below that, you have the actual protocols that are available for you to choose from. So you have WireGuard, Classic, IKE-v2, OpenVPN, which is the one I'm most familiar with. And then you have two proprietary, you have a UDP and a TCP from KeepSolid themselves. So a lot of flexibility in terms of what they're bringing for protocols. And if you look at the other settings, it's generally going to be your trusted networks, which allows you to just kind of jump into networks that you're familiar with without having to, stress too much. Basically, you add them to the list of trusted networks. It's going to turn on the location services, so then they will know exactly, what's going on. And then you have the DNS firewall, which performs web filtering for you and it blocks malicious websites. I think this would be great for my dad, who constantly sends me sites thinking, "Is this real? Is this real?" Through WhatsApp, and I'm like, no, that's not real. So that's kind of what you do with the DNS firewall. So generally speaking, VPN Unlimited keeps it relatively simple. They're not bringing a lot to the table when it comes to those settings and options, as compared to some of the more comprehensive options on the market. But definitely when it comes to where you can stream from, they're really useful. They have those recommended elements. They have those different countries. So that's our look at KeepSolid's VPN Unlimited on my iPhone. Now, shifting over to the VPN Unlimited experience on my Mac, you'll note that right at the bottom, you'll note that it says Netflix. So if I really wanted to just dive directly into a space that was great for streaming Netflix, that's not exactly my space, I could just jump right in, connect, and voila, now I'm connected to Netflix. It gives you a new IP address to the right, shows you that visualization. And let's just go ahead and dive into some of these other places that you can go in with your VPN Unlimited. So you have at the very top of the page, it will say servers. And below that, it says favorites, general, P2P, and streaming. So let's just go to general. Now, general is just your various countries. So you have Belarus to Belgium, Brazil to Chile, Croatia to the Czech Republic. You get the idea. And now I could click any one of those to the right and favorite it, and then that would become one of my favorite locations to stream from. So it would just be in that favorites list. But I can just decide, hey, let's just go over to Iceland where the workload is currently 0. And if I wanted to go, for example, to a P2P space, you have a few options there, or even directly into streaming, where you can look into Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, HBO. Isn't that just HBO Max now? I feel like there is no more HBO now, but maybe that's just on my Apple TV. So generally speaking, you get a lot of flexibility when it comes to servers with VPN Unlimited, and they just spell it out for you. Like, this is what this is good for, this is what that's good for, and these are the various countries that we have to choose from. From Vietnam to, Virginia, there's going to be something for you with VPN Unlimited. Now, if I dive into that upper left-hand corner, I can go into my settings. And here, again, you have options to choose your various protocols from WireGuard to IKEA-V2, KeepSolid, a lot going on in that space. You have your DNS firewall option, so I can turn that on. I have the ability to, just go ahead and upload to them when I have a VPN problem. And you can even decide that you want this to run from startup. So it's going to launch this app. You can be online. You can be masking your identity from the very get-go with VPN Unlimited and that run on startup toggle option to on. To the right, you have some options for information, and of course you have customer support. I like that they've actually made this customer support section clear. I do want to go into the FAQs. I do want to be able to contact them directly from the mobile app. That's actually something that I feel as if some VPNs kind of miss. It's a nice little extra, a nice little, hey, I'm thinking about you as the consumer, as the person using our VPN, that I have support so easily accessible for any questions you have. And they say that they're going to get back to you within an hour. So really nice to look at it in that respect. But just for your knowledge, you'll note that if you go over and decide, I need more than just the VPN, they do provide, of course, Mono Defense, which has Passwording. So you do have other elements to help keep you particularly safe. You can buy more things from VPN Unlimited to add to your digital security apparatus. So that's our look at the Mac application for VPN Unlimited. Now I want to give you my final thoughts on VPN Unlimited, and frankly, it's a pretty solid option. Sorry, I had to make another KeepSolid pun in there, but generally speaking, they know what they do and they know how to do it well. They are here to basically provide you with the ability to mask your location. VPN Unlimited knows that, hey, this person is in Brooklyn, but he wants to watch the BBC. And that's great. And that is an element that I'm looking for. Dedicated streaming servers, dedicated P2P servers. It really gives you that extra oomph when it comes to your VPN experience, because VPN Unlimited is not bringing you the most comprehensive, robust package of VPNs, but they're giving you a ton of countries to choose from, a ton of types of servers to jump into. And if that's what you're looking for in your VPN experience, VPN Unlimited definitely accomplishes that mission. All right, thanks for sticking with us today in our look at VPN Unlimited. Always grateful that you stuck with us to watch it. And if you appreciate today's video, or maybe you just appreciate us, go ahead and hit that like button, or maybe, drop us a comment, or possibly even subscribe to our channel, Security.org. We're dropping the newest in home and digital security each week. We want to be that source for you when it comes to what's going on in your home, what's going on your computer. Now, if you'd like to see any of the relevant links that we talked about, it can be found in the description below. And once again, my name is Gabe. This is Security.org. Be secure.